Welcome back on your Lobo Coaches Show. I'm Robert Portnoy. My guest, as always, one of the coaches for the UNM Lobos. This week is Yvonne Sanchez, our women's basketball coach, and it's time for our Subway Ask the Coach segment, Yvonne. And the fans can go to golobos.com to submit their question. This week, the question comes from Bobby in Berlin, and it's a pretty good one, actually. She asks, what are the challenges of travel for your team in the Mountain West? It's pretty unique, isn't it?
No, that is, and when we went to an odd number of teams and we had, teams leave and teams come, we went away from the Thursday-Saturday schedule. So we used to have travel partners and, we'd both travel like it was us and Air Force, and we'd play San Diego State, UNLV. One would play one day and one the other. We went away from that, and we have now Wednesday, Saturday games or Tuesday, Sunday games. It makes it a little difficult because the Wednesday games during school, you're missing 3 days of school in essence for one game. And then you go out and play Saturday, and you're usually missing the Friday day school and playing Saturday and coming back home Sunday if you can, or Saturday night. But travel is always difficult for kids, especially during the school, because they've got to get their homework, they've got to get with professors, they've got to make sure that any missed assignments they make up, any missed tests they make up, and that's where our great academic learning center and Brian Ferguson, who's our academic advisor, comes in, and he'll do a terrific job in helping our kids and making sure that academically they're where they're supposed to be if they miss class.
All right, great question, Bobby in Berlin. If you want to submit your question to Coach Sanchez or for Coach Neal in a future show, do it at golobos.com. It's time now for our Subway Player of the Game, Yvonne, and Subway Restaurants. Eat fresh. Bryce Owens, terrific day for Bryce Owens, doing a lot of different things. Here's a steal and a score.
Bryce is definitely, she had a great game yesterday, and I keep saying she had one of her best games today, and I say that over and over. Wyoming, San Jose State, she played again terrific. So I just like where Bryce is playing. She's scoring, she's getting assists, she's getting steals and deflections. She's leading the team, which is most important, and she's very, very vital to our program.
That one there got you within 4.
It did.
And it seemed like all the highlights there at the end of the game, she was involved in some way. She was right in the thick of it.
Bryce, I loved for Bryce to have the ball in her hands. And she had the ball in her hands the last 3 minutes of the game. Whether she was dishing out assists, going off ball screens for pull-ups, shooting the three. I like Bryce's decision-making right now, and she's really, really doing a nice job for us.
Versatility offensively, too, is what I'm seeing in these highlights. She can do it on the bounce, go right to the rim. The intermediate is there, pulling up and catch and shoot as well. She's got a lot of variety.
Well, I tell you what, and she's worked on it. And Coach Brown, who is our guard position coach and our assistant coach, has worked extensively with the guards and with Bryce on that. Bryce is a very good shooter. She just had to believe she was. And, you'll let her go in some games, and she might not shoot as well as she'd like to, but you let her shoot it because Bryce has a good shot. And when things like that happen, she's very confident. So you want the ball in her hands. If she's shooting a pull-up, I'm good. Either way, I'm good with what happens.
And the leadership thing, that's not something that just happens overnight either. You kind of have to grow into that, too.
Yeah, and it didn't. And, she was a freshman starter at the point guard position, but it was hard for her because we had some seniors there. We have a couple of seniors now, but I really, truly believe she's a leader. I do, and I believe she's one of the leaders of this team. And she might not be a captain, but you don't have to be a captain to be a leader. And Bryce is truly a leader.